This year, the Alzheimer Society is very pleased to be celebrating 28 years of funding over $50 million in grants and awards within Alzheimer's disease and dementia research. Within the Alzheimer Society research program, we fund two streams of research: quality of life and biomedical. We support investigators from all levels of their research career, from master's awards, doctoral awards, postdoctoral fellowships, new investigator grants, career change grants, and research grants. The aim of our program is to attract and retain investigators within the field of dementia research. In order to make funding decisions, the Alzheimer Society focuses on conducting peer review panel meetings. This involves bringing together experts within the field who adjudicate each application that's received.
I'm at McGilton, Montreal Neurological Institute. I will add that I think the Career Change Award last year was probably me.
It's my first time here on the panel. I have been funded by the Alzheimer Society before, which I'm very grateful, and I'm currently, so I'm very happy to be here.
I'm Joel Watts, Assistant Professor at University of Toronto and Tan Center for Research in Neurodegenerative Diseases. This is my second year on the panel. I'm also currently funded, so thanks to the Alzheimer Society for that. My work is my background.
Okay, so my field of study is environmental epidemiology. So we're looking at things like exposure to air pollution, access to parks and green spaces, and there's an interesting number of studies that have come out recently that have shown associations between traffic-related air pollution and onset of dementia and Alzheimer's disease.
Mon domaine de spécialité, c'est l'anxiété et la dépression. On sait qu'il y a beaucoup de symptômes d'anxiété et de dépression associés à ces maladies. Et il y a des nouvelles études qui démontrent que si on réussit à bien traiter ces symptômes-là, on peut ralentir le déclin cognitif et améliorer la qualité de vie des patients qui sont atteints, mais également des proches aidants qui soutiennent ces patients-là.
We understand really more and more how the brain connects to the rest of the body. There's a lot of research going on that provides more and more evidence that we cannot look only into the brain to understand what's happening in Alzheimer's disease, but that we have also to look very carefully at the blood, at the liver, and other factors. And I think there's a lot of new knowledge that will come up and things that we will learn from it that will help us to move forward.
I find that conducting research, arts-based research, very powerful, and there are different reasons why I enjoy it. For one thing, people with dementia who are no longer able to speak with words are often able to express themselves in different ways, and we have found that the arts provide another opportunity, another way, another vehicle for people to express their life experiences and quality of life.
It's important to help us to understand like giving treatment is not just for like memory deficit, but also like different part of the brain function, including like depression-related symptoms, sleep disorder, and so on. So I think that will provide a much better care for Alzheimer's disease patients.
I do a lot of work on how clients relate to people with caregivers and how we relate back, and I've just published a paper looking at sort of effective ways to communicate with persons with dementia because they have linguistic and cognitive challenges. And it became very clear to us that we really don't do a very good job of checking for their hearing and vision abilities. So when you have somebody in a long-term care environment that's sort of moderately or severely impaired, it's very hard for us to know, can you hear and see us? And I thought, wow, made an assumption as a nurse that we're focusing on the communication piece, but wow, we forgot about the sensory impairment part. And so right now we've got a grant and we're truly trying to look at a simple way to screen for hearing and vision for this population.
Moi, je m'occupe de communication et langage dans la maladie d'Alzheimer. Je trouve que c'est un sujet qui n'était pas trop étudié dans le passé parce qu'on disait toujours que la maladie d'Alzheimer était un problème de mémoire, tandis qu'on découvre de plus en plus l'importance du langage, de la communication qui aide à garder des activités sociales et des relations familiales.
I think that there's not going to be one answer that it's going to take multiple treatments. For instance, we need to be able to stop sort of the causative events in the brain, but the realities are is that when the disease is first recognized, that already damage has been occurring in the brain. So I think that's going to need to be in combination with advances in things like regenerative medicine or stem cell technology, gene editing technology, things like that, which will have to come together to sort of provide the ultimate cure for Alzheimer's disease.
Even further along, as people move closer even to the end of life, we still know that connection is possible. And so that to me is hugely important because we cannot underestimate the power of that human connection and the impact that has on all of our quality of life.